Hello, welcome to Brock's Basement. This is my comic book pull list for the week of July 12th, 2023. So it's a decent sized week this week. So if you head down to your local shop, there's probably going to be a fair amount of books on the wall. But for it being a fair amount of books, my pull list doesn't start at the letter A. It starts at the letter D for Danger Street. I've really enjoyed Tom King's Danger Street. It's really good. I'm curious to see what happens. I think I stockpiled one issue, or I got caught up. I don't remember. There's so many things, but can't wait. Next up, we have Dark Ride number 7 by Joshua Williamson. Basically, think evil Disneyland. It's interesting. I'm not sure where it's going with what I think I've only read 3 issues, but we'll see. Next up is Deep Cuts number 3. I have not yet read number 2, but I really enjoyed number 1, so I can't wait to dive into 2 and 3. But Deep Cuts 3 is out. Jeff Lemire's new one, Fish Flies, is out, and it's actually a fairly thick one. It's a glue bound, not a staple bound one, which was surprising. So, but yeah, Fish Flies by Jeff Lemire. Cannot wait. I love Jeff Lemire. Next up, we have a G. Willow Wilson one that I wanted to try out, The Hunger in the Dusk. This is from IDW Originals, so I'm curious to see what this entails. So, yeah, if you like G. Willow Wilson, check it out. Night Terrors number 1 is out. So, yeah, if you checked out Night Terrors First Blood and you liked it, this is what you want to pick up. There's reading order in the books that you can see what order to read in by week. So check that out before you dive in. Oh, sorry. Next up, we have Night Terrors, The Flash number 1. So this basically Flash's Night Terror stuff. As well as next one is Green Lantern. We have Green Lantern this week. Green Lantern, the series so far I've enjoyed, but it's like 2 issues and then Night Terrors. So it's one of those, I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to the regular Green Lantern, but for now we'll see how Night Terrors does. Next up is Night Terrors Robin number 1. Remember, most of these are going to have, it's just 2, 1 and 2. Night Terrors, the main book, is going to have 4, and then the Omega issue. But most of these are just going to be 2 furs. Another one coming up is Night Terrors Shazam. So we got Mary Marvel there. So we'll see what happens with Dark. It looks like Dark. I don't know if that's Black Adam or if that's Shazam. It's all weird. I think it's, yeah, it looks like Black Adam. We'll see. I don't remember if Mary showed up in the Black Adam one. And finally for Night Terrors, we have Night Terrors Zatanna. So check if you're a Zatanna fan, you'll want to pick this up. There's a bunch of different covers. I think Zatanna by far so far has had the best covers on the Night Terrors. For variants, most of the variants for Night Terrors I have not been impressed with. Next up, we have Multiversity. Harley Screws Up the DCU number 5. So Harley Quinn antics across the multiverse. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have a Robert Venditti indie book, and that's Savage Squad 6. I like Robert Venditti. I'm going to check this out, see if it's something that I want to keep going with, but we'll see. Next up is Second Coming Trinity number 4 by Mark Russell. I've loved the Second Coming books. Trinity is no less. Mark Russell has a good flair for kind of just really hitting the nail on the head, or just capturing a moment or capturing a feeling in his books. And so I've really enjoyed Second Coming. This is the 3rd miniseries out of that line of books. And I got caught up with the last one and this one over the weekend. So, yeah, good stuff. Next up, we have a new number 1 from Boom Studios, and that's Sirens of the City. This is the Jenny Friesen cover. This isn't the A cover. I decided to just pick this up to check it out to see if it's something that's interesting. If not, it's a cool Jenny Friesen cover. So, what can you do? Next up, we have Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 4 of 7. So 4 of 7. I need to get caught up on 2 and 3, but I enjoyed the first issue, so that's a good sign. Like, Doom Patrol is not had the best track record with my enjoyment of the series from the stuff I've read. The old stuff by Grant Morrison is fantastic. I just need to get through volume 2 and 3. But the stuff that I read from the aughts and the teens, it didn't have the same flair. But this one is good, and I've been enjoying it. Next up, we have Wildcats number 9. Everyone who wants Grifter and Zealot to, if you're shipping them, hey, that's a cover for you. It's not the best writing on the Wildcats book. Yeah, it's hard to read, but they got some nice covers. Next up is World's Finest Teen Titans by Mark Waid. This is Mark Waid's kind of retelling of the early Teen Titans. I'm super stoked for it. Wade's been doing a bang-up job with what he's been writing at DC. It's good to have him back. Solid stuff coming from him, and I can't wait to dive into this, even though I'm super behind on Batman Superman World's Finest, and I haven't even started Shazam, so yay. That's it for what I got on my pull list for stuff that I'm actually picking up. Next is just variant covers. First up is the variant for Danger Street number 7. It's got a creepy creeper there. Is that a Sienkiewicz cover? I think it might be. Next up, we have a Kendrick Kunkka limb, like zombie-ish variant for Zatanna, the Zatanna Night Terrors number 1. Awesome cover. I want to snag that one. We have a Miko Soyan for the Zatanna. I was telling you, Zatanna's got the Night Terrors Zatanna number 1, the best one so far. Multiversity Harley Screws with the DCU number 5. I grabbed the variant for that one, and I was able to snag the 1 in 25, which is the homage cover. So I snagged that one up as well. And then they had a swimsuit one for that, so I snagged that one up. I did grab a second print for Void Rivals. There was 2 versions of the second print. There's the one I'm about to show you, and a kind of Sesame Street homage one. I only got this one. I didn't get the Sesame Street one, but I grabbed this second print for Void Rivals number 1. And Wildcats number 9 had a cool Zealot cover by Paolo Pantalini, or Pantalina. So I snagged that up as well. So that's it for the variants I picked up. Like I said, Night Terrors has not been the best, so my variants are reducing. I'm also trying to be very, very selective with my variants going forward. I did pick up a graphic novel, and this is a Comixology Originals. It's Hailstorm. Don't know. Isolated town of Montana, cut off from the outside world by a brutal winter. Food is running low. People are going missing. Like, it's really interesting. Old kind of westerny type book. So I was really curious to see what it was about. But yeah, Hailstone. Let me check this one out. So that's it for this week. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're reading, what you're checking out, engagement, all that fun stuff. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We did not record this week. We're going to an every other Monday schedule, so we will be recording this on the 17th. And then again on the 31st. I will be on the 17th episode, but not the 31st episode, because I will be away on vacation, or coming back from vacation, as I say. So there's a link in the description below for the website to go check out the podcast, but you can also listen on Apple or any place that you listen to podcasts. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting product in my case. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @brocksager. You can follow me on Instagram @brocksbasement. And yeah, tons of stuff always happening. I hope everyone's having a good July, even though it's super hot and hottest recorded, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm surrounded by paper. So yeah, what can you do? I don't know. I got nothing. I'm going to go. See you next time.